Madam President, Excellencies,
It is so decided.
in December, it was projected that the entire population of 2.2 million people in Gaza would face high levels of acute food insecurity by February 2024. The highest share of people facing this level of food insecurity ever recorded worldwide. And here we are at the end of February, with at least 576,000 people in Gaza, 1/4 of the population, one step away from famine.
I now give the floor to Mr. Ramesh Rajasingham.
Unfortunately, as grim as the picture we see today, there is every possibility for further deterioration. Military operations, insecurity, and extensive restrictions on the entry and delivery of essential goods have decimated food production and agriculture. Food security experts warn of complete agricultural collapse in northern Gaza by May if conditions persist, with fields and productive assets damaged, destroyed, or inaccessible.
The cessation of hostilities and restoration of a humanitarian space to deliver assistance and restore service are essential first steps in eliminating a risk of famine. A critical priority is to restore safe humanitarian access throughout the Gaza Strip and to all those in need of life-saving assistance. Border crossings should be reopened, including the commercial traffic. Essential commodities must be allowed to move into and throughout Gaza.
Thank you for this opportunity to brief the Council. The breakdown in civil order, driven by sheer desperation, is preventing the safe distribution of aid. We are now urgently exploring all viable delivery options to allow the resumption of operations in northern Gaza as soon as possible. This is an absolute humanitarian imperative. The staff on our convoys witnessed catastrophic conditions in the north. Food and clean water are scarce, malnutrition is soaring, and disease is rife.
Consideration of item 2 of the agenda.
If nothing changes, a famine is imminent in northern Gaza. We must all double down and live up to our responsibilities to ensure it does not happen on our watch.
I apologize for taking the floor. I just need to respond to some comments made by
Madam President. That this catastrophic famine and genocide has been allowed to happen at all and allowed to continue for this long brings shame on all of us, not least this Security Council that continues to fail to demand a ceasefire and ensure respect for international law and for its own resolutions, leaving the Palestinian people to the mercy of the occupying power that has zero regard for its IHL obligations to ensure the safety and well-being of the civilian population under its control, choosing instead to terrorize, kill, maim, displace, and starve them.
Thank you, Madam President, and thank you for convening. How can it be that Israel is libelously held responsible for a situation that is clearly the UN's fault? The conduct of the UN in the field must be streamlined and humanitarian aid must be distributed more effectively. This is the solution. Israel is committed to improving the humanitarian situation in the northern part of Gaza as well. Accordingly, yesterday Israel permitted and facilitated the airdrops of 64 Jordanian and French food packages throughout northern Gaza. The UN, on the other hand, has refused to deliver aid to this area. UN agencies' decision to suspend the distribution of aid to northern Gaza is not only counterproductive, but harmful to the Palestinian civilian population, and is also used as yet another way to demonize Israel.
صور عند الخيمة، صور عند الخيمة، صور شوف كيف الوضع.
ما تدخلش انت.